on in my house.
Okay, good. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tea with Jen and No Beverage with Sharon because she resigned,
Ah,
forgot to heat it up. But okay, in Sharon's defense, she's having quite a week, and Sharon's family got an early Christmas present that nobody wants to get. Do you want to explain, Sharon?
we have COVID in our house. So
Uh,
it's one of the teenagers. Apparently, it's going crazy in the eighth grade. And we got a positive test on Monday. So we now have an isolated child who, just by chance, she's the only one of the children. She has her own bathroom. So she's basically,
oh,
I should start by saying she's feeling pretty good. She's just feeling
mhm.
like she has a cold. She's vaccinated. So, whatever she has is pretty mild.
Good.
So, but
That's good.
um, she has her own bathroom. So she's basically in
Perfect.
her own apartment upstairs.
Which is like every teenager's dream, right? Just leave me alone and let me do
I
my.
mean, I've only seen her, the last time I saw her actual face was on Monday, but thank God for
Aw.
FaceTime.
Right.
Eh,
Yeah, how else is she gonna issue her demands, right?
Oh,
But
absolutely.
okay, so tell us a few, like, what are some of the requests that have been
Well,
given to you?
obviously, all her food is brought to her.
Mhm.
It's mom DoorDash and dad DoorDash. And my
Yeah.
other daughter said, "It really is DoorDash because you put it by her door and you dash before she opens the door."
Okay, that's clever. Points to your other child who came up with that.
Um, so like this morning for breakfast, it was like, what would you like? And of course, she gets anything she wants. She would like this kind of sandwich with one scrambled egg, and this kind of juice, and this kind of tea,
Mm,
and we're happy to do it, of course. And I'm trying. I feel so bad because this is a kid who's really into Christmas and
mhm.
the decorations. She can't see the tree. Um,
Aw.
so I'm trying to, I got the Christmas plates and put them on her tray for her, and I went to Target yesterday because I had to and got her a little mini tree for her room.
Wait, I'm surprised they even had them.
I can't believe it. I mean, it wasn't like
Christmas decorations are sold out so
it's
many places.
it's like I couldn't believe it either. It's like a classy little Christmas tree, like
That's
like
shocking.
where the kind, if you're doing like a woodland living room and you want this tree that doesn't necessarily have any lights on it or ornaments, it's kind of like
Okay.
something you put by your fireplace because it's really small,
Okay.
but it's very cute. And we did put lights on it and surprised her with it, but I think
Aw.
one of my other children was perhaps even a little bit jealous.
I mean, of course, nobody wants to have COVID, but I think everybody wants COVID protocol treatment.
Oh,
They want
yes.
to have the treatment without having to have the yucky part of it. Because who doesn't want their meals delivered and short order chefed, and then
Oh,
a little
absolutely.
something to zhuzh up the room.
Even
I do remember when one of my kids was in college and she had to quarantine, not because she had it, but because she was exposed. They
mhm.
sent her to, I think, the Best Western in town, and it was 100 times nicer than her dorm room. So she was like, "I'm not hating this." I like how adaptable they are. Let's give them a pat on the back for being
Yeah.
going with the flow and like, this is what we got to do. You know.
So, Jen, I have to say it's kind of funny that before we knew about this, we decided to talk about stuff to do over holiday break with our teenagers,
Hmm.
and most of which is in the house
Right.
because we're all together, and also going places is getting trickier again.
Yes.
Um, and it turns out that I had the perfect subject to give me lots of suggestions because
It was
someone
available to you. You could actually ask her in real time.
I did.
We could probably patch her in via FaceTime, but I don't think she wants to. So tell us, okay, so what kind of recommendations were you getting from her? Were these books or movies or what?
Well, mostly the screens because she is a big reader, but
Okay.
the screen when it's there, kind of trumps a lot of the book reading, as we all know, right?
Yes.
Um, But here's some movies that these are actually movies we watched before. Actually,
Okay.
the day before she got diagnosed, my husband showed the kids, the teenagers, The Sixth Sense. Have you shown your kids that movie?
No, that's a good one. I'm gonna write that down. So, do you know how sometimes you have a movie that you think, "Oh, that's a great movie, and my kids will love it," and sometimes it doesn't stand the test of time very well?
Yes,
I'm guessing that it went over well because you're
it
recommending it.
did. I was
Okay,
somewhere
I'm writing
else
it down.
and I came in the room and you know, they don't even know there's a twist, which is the best part. Like they don't even
Right,
know they're waiting to or trying to
right.
figure out a twist. And so I was folding laundry and I'm like, I'm just going to sit here for the last half hour because I couldn't remember when it was revealed and all that. I wanted to see their reaction and
Oh, yeah.
they were a little, they jaws dropped. Like,
Oh,
so
that is
it was really fun. And I was also seeing
good.
just those scenes that I came in for it. It's a really good movie. Like the acting is really strong. It sets such a mood. And I
Mhm.
love that they never even heard of it. Like when that movie came out, I think it was like I don't know, maybe 99 or something.
That sounds
Everybody
right.
kind of knew there was a twist and it was like, don't tell me, don't tell me. And then you
Right,
went,
right. You had to be careful not to spoil it. I'm gonna tell you something that is kind of funny. We recently started watching, just my husband and I don't think well, actually, our kids watched some of this with us too, and they actually did enjoy it. It's a show called The Kaminsky Method.
oh,
And this
yeah, my
Michael
husband watched
Douglas
that.
and Alan Arkin are these 2 cranky old guys who it's about their bromance, essentially. But there's a supporting character in the show, who is like, maybe like 30 and he's got a beard and he's into Scientology. And he looked really familiar to me and I couldn't figure it out. And I finally IMDb'd it to figure it out. And it was Haley Joel Osment. Do you know who that is?
No,
It's
yes,
the little boy from Sixth Sense. And now he's a grown up with a beard. I was like, oh, whoa, time
that
warp.
is so funny because we were just saying he's such a good actor. What has he
He's good.
done?
He's
Yeah.
very good. He's still really a good actor. So yeah,
Oh, that's so
check
fun.
out his starring role now in this one. Oh,
Jessica,
thanks,
thank
Jessica.
you.
Oh, thanks for coming
Yes,
on.
thanks for the well wishes. I'll pass them on.
So, okay, so that's a good one. Sixth Sense, and that reminded me of another movie with a twist that we watched that I think will show our kids. I think they'll enjoy it. Is Knives Out? If you haven't
Yes,
seen
that's
it.
on my list.
Oh, I scooped you. Haha.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have much on my list, so you have
Ah,
one.
that's okay. I have more.
Okay,
Yeah.
so all right, what else is on your list? Let's hear it.
Oh, okay. So another one we just watched recently. It's a Disney movie. It's Cruella. Um, did
Oh,
you hear about
is
this
that,
movie?
yeah, is that Emma
It's Emma Stone and
Stone?
Emma
One of the
Thompson,
Emmas.
two Emmas.
Oh, it's two of the 3 Emmas. No
And
Emma Watson?
it's actually fantastic. It's so
Okay.
fun. It has tons of music. It's like there's these amazing costumes and mood set by it. Like it's really kind of a romp. It's not a kids movie. I would say maybe 10 and up because there's some like menace and violence, but it's like we're talking teens anyway, so it would be totally fun for them.
I'd be worried that my teens would be like and my husband would be like, "This will be too babyish or too,
Well,
not."
luckily it was my husband who started it because one of his favorite movie reviewers said it was one of his favorite movies of the year. So he's like, maybe we
Oh,
should watch this. Um,
that's
and
good.
you're right, my oldest opted out, and he's like,
Mhm.
I don't think so. But then everybody was raving to him after, like, you've got to
Mm.
watch it, you got to watch it. And he's like, okay,
Mhm.
I'll watch it. So
Okay.
he's convinced, but he hasn't watched it yet. Oh, we have some comments here.
Oh, let's see. What do we have?
Oh, Jessica, Haley Joel Osment is the lead in a video game series. I had no idea.
Oh, which one? Put it in there so we can hear it.
Yeah, we're not as in with the video
Oh,
game
not
series
yeah.
as.
Wait,
And
you're on
Deborah, thank you. Thank you
thing.
for your well wishes. And Knives Out is awesome. Yes.
It's
We
one of
just
those rare movies. Everybody can watch it. It's not too dumb for teens.
yeah.
It's meant to be, kind of lighthearted in some ways, despite the topic of murder. Which I have to say, that's kind of a common thread with some of the other things on my list. Is
Murder.
that I think we finally tapped a vein that might not be a good term
Ah,
for a genre that we all can watch together and enjoy, which is murder. Anything with but sometimes cheesy and campy is better. Like we
right.
like some of these older BBC shows. I stumbled across this yet another streaming service that I had to add called
yes.
Acorn. I think I told you about it because it has
Yes.
Yorkshire Vet, which if you like James Herriot and you like the All Creatures Great and Small reboot, you can go over to Acorn, get your free trial, and watch as much Yorkshire Vet as you can stomach because it's all of that, but it's much more graphic.
I have 2 recommendations on Acorn for you, which I meant to share with you, Jen.
Okay, let me hear it.
So one is called Mum, M-U-M.
Okay, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything.
Oh, it's excellent. I'm not sure it's in the teen wheelhouse, but it's definitely in the people our age wheelhouse.
Okay, that's good too.
It's about a widow and her young adult son, and it's so good.
Okay, I'm gonna look for that one.
And the other one is called The Detectorists.
Oh,
And
all right.
have you heard of this one?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, it's these British guys who live in a small town, and they are amateur metal detectorists.
Oh, okay.
And they're looking for like early, Anglo-Saxon and Norman artifacts and stuff. But it's so good. It's so funny and warm-hearted, and there's like a little mystical element too. It depends on your teenager. Here we go. Jessica has said Kingdom Hearts. Wow, that's cool.
That's cool though. Yeah,
he has a second life now. Jessica, I'm curious if you've seen The Sixth Sense. I'm guessing you have.
We'll see what she says about that.
All right, what else do we have on our list? Oh, you know what?
Go ahead. All right, I was going to say, a lot of mine are in the murder realm, and so I'll throw a couple more in there, and then I have one that when you need a palate cleanser, I have the palate cleanser.
Okay.
So we kind of sucked our kids into watching Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, I want to see that.
Really light, funny, also about murder.
It's on Hulu, right?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I think we don't have Hulu, which is why I know that.
This is the rule. Whenever somebody tells you got to watch X show, it's always on the one streaming service out of 3,000 that you do have. It's the one you don't have. So, and then also there was another murder. Well, pretty much anything on BBC. We like all the BBC murders. We go through those. And sometimes our kids will humor us and watch them with us, and sometimes they will bow out. But here's the palate cleanser. I am really late to this game, but I just discovered the Great British Baking Show, and I'm such a fan.
There's no murder.
There's no murder. There's not even really any swearing. No, I mean, it's a competition, but they help. Sometimes the contestants help one another. It's a total feel good, and I think it's a good one to watch over the holidays too, because it might get you in the mood to do some baking.
So, that's good. Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, if you're like me and you thought, just not interested in the show about baking, it's not just about the baking. You get kind of all the personalities are endearing, and you kind of can choose who you're rooting for. So, and I think it's on a variety of different services. You can get different seasons and episodes. So give it a try.
Yeah. We should say, our viewers, you're always more than welcome to drop your comments and suggestions. And don't be shy.
Actually, you're required to. It's more of a requirement. we already know what we've watched. We want some new things to watch, or listen to, or whatever it is. So what else is on your list?
Well, I have 2 that are coming out in the theater and maybe streaming. It's unclear to me. One is British Murder. It's Macbeth.
Yay! Oh, yes, the original.
There is actually, I'll try to find it and post it. There's actually this very gripping trailer that must be like 20 seconds long. And it's so spooky and cool looking. It makes you want to see the movie.
Okay. I'm in.
And then, of course, West Side Story is coming out. And it looks like it's going to be fantastic. Yeah. I saw a preview for that too.
Yes, I definitely like that. And if that genre is appealing to anybody in your house, I also recommend watching In the Heights.
Oh, yes.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's first musical. And a movie came out last summer. Remember those 5 minutes when there was no COVID? We all thought it was fine because we were vaccinated. I went to a movie theater, and it was a great experience because I was one of 4 people there. And I got to see it on a big screen, and I thought that was delightful. But it would be equally charming to watch at home, snuggled up on your couch with a bowl of popcorn. And please have a tissue handy. There are moments that you will tear up. It's so good. So
we really enjoyed that. We watched that at home.
Yes. Yeah. That's it. So we can vouch for it. It works both ways. Deborah has a comment here. We're making her laugh.
Let's discuss things to watch with teens, and so many include violence. Teens and violence is okay. I don't know. It's like
it's murder with a it's murder light. I like to refer to it. Like if it's something where you could comedically in the middle of the show go murder, then it's appropriate for our family because we actually kind of have to laugh about how cheesy some of them are. But also, I have told my husband I now think I am like Miss Marple. I feel like I've absorbed so much of this genre that I could solve any mystery. Spoiler, not really. I really can't. But I feel like when I watched Narcos, I thought I became fluent in Spanish, but that was also not the case. So I don't recommend Narcos to watch with your teens.
okay.
It's on the Ozark end of dark. So know thy own teens, but I can't wholeheartedly recommend that one. So I've got two in a different genre just to show you the breadth of my abilities. If you need humor, I recommend Bob's Burgers. I think that's a fun one for the whole family.
Haven't seen this.
It's a cartoon animated series, and it is it's just adult enough to be funny to kids, but not offensive. Like it's not cringy. You can all watch it together, and you'll get to love the characters. And then if you have reality TV lovers in your home, and you are not one, which is my case, I've actually found one that I think might appeal to everybody. I'm going to try it out on them. Below Deck. If you've not watched this.
No, what is this?
Okay, this gives you a little bit of that escapist feel, like when at a time when most of us feel like we can't go anywhere or do anything fun. This is about obnoxious people who rent a very expensive yacht for the week. And every week it's a different customer, if you will, clients on the yacht, but it's the same crew. So you get to know the crew. So the below deck refers to the crew that's on this. So there's drama above deck and there's drama below deck. And then there's the captain who has to try to sort it all out. So I think there's enough in there, like that you've got the different personalities, you've got people to hate on, you've got people to root for. I think it's maybe a TLC or Bravo. It's one of those shows. I'm pretty bad at knowing, but I just talk into my remote and tell it to find me whatever I'm looking for. If you don't have one, it's life-changing.
No, we don't.
I tell you.
How do you get a remote you can talk to?
Roku. Ours came with our Roku.
Really?
Yeah, that's a hot tip right there.
This is a hot tip.
Yeah, that might be something your kids could get you and your husband for Christmas. Is something that makes it easy for the old people to watch TV.
Oh my gosh.
Delightful.
I just have ceded that responsibility to my other people. They can turn on the TV for
I know,
me.
but someday, Sharon, they go to college and you don't know how to watch TV. It is a problem. I'm just telling you now.
That is a problem. Well,
right, so a few more to send us out on.
I'll just rattle off some non-murder ones because once my COVID patient and my husband heard that I was doing this, they gave me so many things that I really don't have time to even mention them all. So my non-murder ones are Emma, the adaptation of the Jane Austen book, School of Rock.
That's fun.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Classic.
A League of Their Own.
Oh, that's a great idea. There's no crying in baseball.
The Truman Show.
That's a good one. Another one with a twist.
Yeah.
I don't know about. And
yeah, I think that's it. I have a few others, but I think we're running out of time.
Oh my
goodness.
Deborah had some, and thank you, Deborah, for staying on theme. I appreciate it.
Oh, Hamilton is so good.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave that in the comments for you guys to see, but this is what I love. And there's murder included in Hamilton, so I captured your precious theme.
We appreciate that.
I mean, absolutely. Who doesn't love a theme?
I have to tell you this, in keeping with this theme and why this is around the holidays, I don't know why this is, but for some reason, this had started way before we had kids. My husband and I, every year, we enjoy watching The Godfather 1 and 2 around the holidays. I think it's just because when you have time, they're very long movies and you don't want to be interrupted. So we've never gotten our kids interested in watching them. To them, that is so not interesting. They don't want to see it, which is probably for the best. But I don't know. It's like, how people watch Die Hard as a Christmas movie.
Yes, I've never seen it, Jen.
I haven't either. Well, maybe I did, but I don't remember it. Maybe we should watch it. Maybe that would be
we should have a movie watching club for Watch
That's a
Die
good
Hard.
idea. A movie marathon. That would be good. So
Sound of Music is another long one that reminds me of Christmas or Christmas break, because I feel like it always used to be on TV when we were
I think it
kids
was.
between Christmas and New Year's.
That's another one I could not get my husband to watch that at all. But I think I sucked one of the kids into watching it once, and they enjoyed it. So
my kids like it.
Yeah. It's got everything,
Yeah.
It's got adventure, music, Nazis. It's got it all. You got to check it out.
All right. Well,
should tell us what you're going to be watching or doing with your kids over break. We're always looking for great recommendations. We didn't talk at all about books, but eventually,
no, we didn't.
We hope our kids will read a book.
It's hard to do books together unless you do read aloud, which I think is kick-ass. If you do read alouds as a family, invite me over. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. But we'd love to hear about it.
I don't even know. Are we going to be here next week on the 22nd? We'll see.
We'll have to talk. We'll have to chat about that. I think it might be a no from me, because I think we're going to be. I'll be here, but I think I'll be in the throes of getting ready for the holidays. I have one kid who's entering from college very late, just the day before, and so that means that we have to kind of cram in all the baking and wrapping and shopping. So I think let's just plan on not being here next week. Everybody have a good holiday, but we're here. We're just not going to be live. So you can send us a note anytime you want. You can always find us on Facebook, and you could just at us. You could put our name right in there, and we'll get your message. So we'd love to hear you.
And thank you to Eka for subbing for me the last couple of weeks when I was
did a great job.
Unavailable.
She's a natural, just like you, Sharon.
I loved her stories. I loved him. All right. Bye, everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see you either maybe the week between if we're around, and if not, we'll see you in the new year.
Yes. All right. Take care, everybody.